Hello, brother.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Oh no.
Hello again. Hello.
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 Hello, it's me.
Hello, Bozo.
All week long. Bang that gavel, all rise. It's time for Harley Man to get in trouble. This is a pretty good one I just found. We're going to jump into it really quick. Hope your Thursday's going good so far. Is that a TV behind them, by the way? I've been looking at this for a while, trying to figure that out. Courtney, good to see you. Dallas Alice and Bigfoot. I'm here. Good. Thank God. Guys showed up for court. So didn't have to get you in trouble. You know what I mean? TK, Laura, Sharon. Very good to see everybody. They're sailing. All right, let's jump into it. Got some court. It's time. This is Okaloosa Court TV. I have no idea where we're at or anything. So let's see. Representing the 710, I see this dude is.
Terms of your plea agreement. It's basically credit for time served, right?
Yes, sir.
You're gonna have to pay some court costs and fees. You gotta pay it within 120 days or it'll go to collections.
They got some hot
Is that your
mics.
understanding?
Jesus.
Yes, sir.
You understand that by entering this plea agreement, your final resolution of your cases, you can put your hand down. Final resolution of your cases, you're done with this. Do you understand that?
Ulysses.
You had all of your legal questions answered by your attorney about this plea agreement? I see you signed the written plea agreement. You went over it with him?
It's a long neck.
Very good. Any questions concerning the plea agreement?
Off to a good start over here.
And the defense is okay with the score sheet?
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Mr. Weir, based upon your testimony, the court will accept.
Morning,
the full
Pass.
sentence
Morning,
agreement.
Denise. Jody.
Adjudication will be withheld. You will get credit for time served. No further sentence. You'll be able to be released immediately. You'll have court costs and fees that'll have to be paid in 120 days and they'll go to collections.
Can you guys hear that? All right. It's a very hot mic.
Daniel Whitted.
It has to be. Look at their necks. Their necks aren't like super. It stretches it a little bit when they go to this shot, but I mean that was.
Take
Maybe-
a break until,
Oh, we're taking a break already. That's fantastic. Great. Off to a good
Calls
start.
also Public Defender's Office, Judge. This is Daniel Whitted. Case number is 21 CF 3051. If I could have a
Judge
moment.
needs smoke. Got Lincoln County up on the other computer,
That's what they talked about prior.
but they're not live yet.
Judge, on Mr. Whitted's case, at this time, we would like to ask for a continuance. Mr. Whitted has asked me to look into a couple things to present to the state to see if we can come up with some kind of negotiated agreement on the case.
do you
we'd
want
ask
to come back on 825 or just do a general pretrial?
E25 at night. This is a VOP, Judge.
Very good.
You
825
can hear it good. All right.
without subpoenas at 9 a.m.
It's a hot,
Judge.
one of the loudest courtrooms I think we've ever been in.
Mr. Harper, anything you need to do
Oh,
before
God.
we go? I mean, you've been here and I know you noticed you didn't have any cases. I just didn't know if I would have
noticed-
called you earlier if I'd have known.
That's fine, Judge.
I know
Oh,
you
Kimberly?
got One in the afternoon.
Yes, sir. I noted that the one in the afternoon had been transported this morning, Samuel Mosley. He arrived 2 days ago from DOC, and I met with him yesterday based on
Hey,
that
Dave.
meeting. And I conveyed this to the state yesterday as well. I think that it would be prudent of me to continue it. He wants to subpoena some witnesses for an evidentiary hearing, and I obviously wasn't able to do that within that time frame. So I would ask to continue this for one cycle. And I know that the state has a witness, and I didn't want to leave them in limbo. And I think the state's
Well,
okay
sure.
with a continuance of one month to give time to facilitate that,
My-
Judge, if the court would permit.
I know it was
Hope
lengthy.
you're feeling better, Lisa.
Spend some time
Diabetes.
prepping.
And Your Honor, does this, the court also has the benefit, I hope, of our response initially too.
I do.
Okay.
I do, and I reviewed it.
Your Honor,
That's fine. I mean, if the state's in agreement, and I understand there are quite a few allegations. and-
Yes, sir.
and
Oh, this sounds like a fun
we just wanted
case.
to let Mr. McKinney know if in fact the court would grant that, then he wouldn't need to come up from Shalimar, so.
And one of the parts that's difficult, Judge, is that one of the witnesses he wants me to subpoena may be difficult for me to find. So I just would ask for that month to hopefully.
So when do you want to try and, you want to do it September 8th? Maybe? Is that too soon? Too long?
When were they, Dallas?
Yeah.
Is that-
But I believe that was not one of
That
them,
might be
so
something that just shows up in
All
the
right, for
YouTube chat that I
It's fine
can't
with me,
see.
Judge.
If it was like now.
No, I'm sorry, Your Honor. He is at a conference between September 5th and September 9th.
Hi, Terminator.
I had already asked him if he was available.
Where are we at? Where are we at? August 25th in the afternoon. How long? This is going to be, I mean, if we actually have it, it's going to be a
That's not
good
bad.
hour.
I
Diabetes.
anticipate at least 2 to 3 witnesses from my end, as well as I'm anticipating Mr. McKinney on the state side. I'm not certain if they're calling Ms. Sutton as well, but
Hard, sir.
Seriously, is that a TV behind him? It's got to be the biggest TV. Long necks and huge TVs here. Oh, they just muted it.
he was brought this morning, Judge.
Okay.
That's why. Sure. I spoke to him about this and procedurally where we might be at.
Brought to you by Powell and Powell and Powell and Powell Law Firm.
Yes, sir.
We need to scroll like that for a
Announce the
sponsor.
case number.
Judge Rudy Harper, on behalf of Mr. Mosley, before the court on 16 CF 2013. Judge, as I explained before, and I'm going to explain for Mr. Mosley's benefit.
Oh yeah,
some
see
of the
that
witnesses that I think are pertinent.
that pops up
to
only in
address the
YouTube.
issues at hand. Mr. Mosley's motion will need to be
I
subpoenaed
don't
for
see it.
hearing. I'm asking for some time to facilitate that.
Thank you.
And so I'd ask for one continuance to whatever next is extension hearing date.
Your Honor, we understand. We've got no objection to that.
Necks and TVs, Jody.
So after September 8th, we don't have something until September 29th.
That would be fine with us. Like I say, our witness is Mr. McKinney, and he appears to be available for that day.
And I'll get everybody subpoenaed there.
And that will be,
My favorite thing
Couple
about this
hours.
courtroom so far is hearing them click clanking away on their way up to the podium.
will be transported over. So
And
Richard,
just-
good to see you.
I
Go ahead.
apologize for interrupting, Judge.
That's all right.
Just for the record, to ensure that he's not transported back to CI, I would ask that the jail could be made aware that we're continuing this and if he could stay here. I don't know.
You're
Are
asking him to hold here for the whole 2 months? I don't know.
you okay with that, or do you want me to?
Does he want to hold in county,
I could-
basically?
He can be sent back, Judge. He's been sentenced to life, so it's not an issue with respect to gain time.
Oh,
It's just,
I'm
Jesus
trying to
Christ.
be sensitive to all the parties that are involved with it, the transport,
God.
the jail,
yes, sir.
I mean, I'm open to some
Holy shit.
suggestions or.
I'm
Yeah,
fine with transporting him back, Judge. And I believe that Mr. Mosley is okay with that. I'll just
Hey, Pike.
I'll just send an order in motion
Okay.
to transport him back here after that.
Nathan.
If there's anything you're missing from the record, just let me know.
No, I think he's all right. I think he's got a place to live for the rest of his life,
Nice.
actually.
They won't need to come back this afternoon on this.
Yes, sir.
Holy shit.
Thank you.
Is that your only case?
No, sir, I do have sentencing this afternoon with you.
So there's that. Are we going on break over here?
Yeah.
You got more?
James Mattingly that you put me on earlier, and I went back and talked to him.
Okay, hold on a second.
Any relation to
Page
Don?
6,
Yep,
number
yep.
Here he's a
17.
good baseball player. Hi,
Charles Russell,
Paul.
Public Defender's Office. Judge, this is James Mattingly. Case number is 19 CF 1468. I talked to Mr. Mattingly in the back about the state's plea offer.
What the
This
hell's
time,
he having his
He's
head?
going to decline it. I understand it's a VOP.
What's
so
on his
at this time,
forehead?
Enter denial. Ask for 825 at 9.
Is it a tattoo?
25 at 9 a.m.
Is that a tattoo? Scores man got a tattoo. Yeah, he's kind of screwed. I think it is.
That's it.
The little things in life, Lisa. That's good though to hear. I understand. Daddy Mickey is up being a mountain man. I heard rumors. Actually, saw it on
Charles Russell,
Facebook
Public
that
Defender's Office. Judge, this
potentially,
is Bruce
allegedly,
Yarwood. Case number is 21 CF.
he may have
320.
went back to the
Mr.
casino
Yarwood is on
again.
the afternoon 2 o'clock docket probably.
Right.
He was
did,
transported
Dave.
early this morning because we've worked out an agreement with the state.
Yeah, he's
I
good to
have a
go.
moment.
3 squares and a cat. You know all that. Roger, good to see you. And yes, the stalkers as well. There's a few of them around. I'm serious. Did the guy have a Pike? Do you think that's what it was in High Viking? Good God. I'm hoping more that it was a tattoo. Yes, in South Africa.
This is a violation of probation, Judge. Mr. Yarwood is going to admit the violation of probation, but he's going to plead straight up to the court and ask for a sentencing hearing to be set down the line. That'll give some time to get some witnesses and stuff together for the court's consideration. And I have a score sheet too.
And Your Honor, just for the court's knowledge, Mr. Yarwood does have a 5-year suspended sentence on this case.
Oh,
and
did
his
he?
Minimum guidelines are 42.5 months DOC.
Nice. Well, we had it live, so there's that, Moke. What you think about that law talk with Moke?
So, Mr. Yarwood, would you please raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or
That's
affirm
great.
the information you're about to provide this court is the truth?
That was a great one.
Nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Oh my God, yes.
So
Oh
I'm
my
looking
God,
at
yeah.
your plea agreement.
It's Thirsty Thursday.
This is a
ladies
little
and
bit
gentlemen.
different plea agreement. You're agreeing to a plea. I assume this is a
Hi,
no
Nate.
contest plea or admission of the
An admission of the VOP, Judge.
admission of the VOP.
2 guys
But
ago
we're
was
not doing it based upon a specific
Zin
agreement.
for life.
You're doing it basically, you're pleading up, it's called plea to the court. In other words, you're going to allow the court
Angelo, always a pleasure. Good to see you.
a sentencing determination based upon input and arguments from your counsel and the state, et cetera. You understand that it's a little bit different. Has there been any promises made
No, sir.
for you on this? You understand this,
Jesus, this thing's loud.
there's limitations
For me,
of
anyway.
what the court can sentence. Have you gone over the different options that might be available
We're,
to with your defense attorney? I just want to make sure you understand what you're doing here. I don't want you to come and, I hear something,
Nothing wrong with that,
or
Pike.
another, and I sentence you and go, whoa, I didn't agree to that. I didn't think they told me this or that. I just want to make sure there haven't been any promises made.
no promises. What we had discussed before was that there would be some mental health evaluations done, which have been done, and then look at possible options that way and gather letters.
And those mental health evaluations will be provided.
That was for you,
to the
Double
court,
F. Good
and
to see you,
the
buddy.
Arguments made regarding them, et cetera. You understand
Hey,
that by
Mikey.
entering this will, except for the sentencing, this will resolve your case.
Sir, I do.
Make it harder to appeal it in the future, et cetera, no matter what I do. Do you understand that?
I do. Yes, sir.
I'm wondering
Feel
if
like you've gotten all your questions answered from. your
because I
attorney
think it's a
about this?
local TV channel. I would love that.
Yes, sir, I do.
The defense is in agreement with regard to the score sheet. That's obviously
I
very
think that's what
important,
this is.
In this particular case,
Yes, Your Honor.
and the state's in agreement.
Yes, Your Honor, and as I indicated, there's. a
Hey,
5-year suspended as
Fred.
well.
Hello, Fred.
Okay, court will accept your plea and So it's a straight up plea to the court, and we'll set how long of a sentencing?
I'm going to have a few witnesses, Judge. I haven't decided. We're going to get Dr. McDonald involved. I haven't decided whether just to use her report or have her testify yet. At most, I would think 45 minutes to an hour, but no longer than that.
Just argument, Your Honor.
Hello,
How
Nancy.
long out do we need?
You getting screwed, Kev, or are they?
25 full.
My God, Alex, it's been a while. Make sure to wear sunglasses when you see the light for the first time.
Only 3.
It messes with you when you're in a dark, all that. Be careful out there in the real world, Alex.
Beacons won't take too
And-
long.
I think we
don't-
can I think we can do it on the.
Don't be trolling people in real life. You might get yourself hurt. You know what I mean?
8:25 at 2, Judge.
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, poor friend. That was funny, that thing.
Thank you, Mr.
Is that the last of yours, Mr. Russell? You got-
Slots were a real
still have-
bitch to me last night. We went to
From the morning
0.
docket, Autumn Bryant.
Bonds and barbecue
Yeah, she's on.
at Tom's Main Street Ice Cream Cafe. Oh, hey now.
Yep.
Wormans
Yeah,
are
first for
on
Autumn
deck
Bryant.
just in time. Glenn, you know the
What's
women,
wrong, like,
time for the
admit
Wormans?
allegations in the affidavit, and she would like to enter a plea straight up to the court and
Hey,
set
Jim.
off for sentencing.
The lovely sounds of being shackled.
May I approach her?
You may, thank you.
Hello, Dennis. Afternoon. There's Shells. Hi, girl. What'd you do, girl?
This is it.
eBay sending an advertisement that sounds like a message for a Cuisinart $39.99 with a 2-year warranty coffee maker. No, thank you. I need one of those.
So
Get one for
originally I had this
$8
scheduled
at the
for a
Goodwill.
Bond hearing.
Yes,
So we're changing this to a straight up plea.
yes, Your Honor.
She does look a
Brian,
little
would you
scary.
raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm the information you're about to provide this court is the truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
So
Maybe.
you've kind of changed with the direction y'all are going. You've entered into a plea agreement. It's called a plea to the court. So you're basically agreeing to and admit, is this under the underlying charge?
Yes,
Okay. So you're agreeing to a no contest on this, but you're not agreeing to a specific sentence. You're letting the court make that call. You'll be able to argue it. State will argue. You understand, you know what the maximum sentence is in this case? Not saying
Hey,
that's what we're
Daddy.
gonna do. I just want you to know what the maximum is. Do you know what the maximum is?
yes, sir.
What is it?
5 years.
Okay. You've gone over
Tis true.
the different options that you have and
Yeah.
what might occur, and you feel that this is in your best interest to do this.
Damn.
You understand that by entering into this plea agreement, this will be a final resolution of this portion of your case. Okay, you can't come back and say, well, gosh, that's a harsher sentence. I thought, I don't want to do that. Okay. This will be this part, and then the sentencing, you'll be able to argue, and the court will have to make a decision on that. You understand that? You've gone over all kind of how that works legally with your attorney. Do you have any other questions of your attorney? Very good. Based upon that, the court will accept your plea. No contest on the single charge, battery on a law enforcement officer, and it'll be a plea to the court. We'll come back. How long do you all need?
Your Honor, I just make sure the court is not asking for a pre-sentence investigation. That's what
I don't think a pre-sentence investigation will be necessary unless the state's on
No,
this
Your Honor.
case.
Okay, then we're okay with, 825, however, or wherever.
Let's do it
whatever.
on-
I have
let's do it
good
on
news.
25. Hold on.
We're getting ready for Licking Courtroom 1.
Mainly
They
the
are.
arguments. There are going to be some witnesses, maybe.
We may have
Oh.
a few family members here, but I don't think it's anything.
Very good.
Nigel, it's the only problem with this one. You got to listen real close to when they
082?
say what the charges are. They don't go into too much detail, unfortunately. But there is the podium. I think we're gonna jump over here as soon as they as soon as we see
Anything else,
somebody.
Beto? Anything else there? That it?
That's a huge. Let me see if it's on there now. Look at the thing. There she is. Oh, she just chilling. Look at her,
Okay.
Mary.
Thank you all very much.
I
We
like
will
turtles.
reconvene at 1:30.
All right, 1:30 it is. Thank you. Look at this shot here. Tanning and hair center. That's too audio muted during sidebar recess. These are pictures of their advertising. They just had the Coney Island thing. I love it. Anyways, we're waiting for Licking. I'm gonna pull up Licking over here actually, and that'll be a lot easier. Do that. Always a good time. Check 3 and see. Yep, they're not on. Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
There we go. Princess?
That gives me time to finish this.
Oh, did you just say 10 minutes? Come on. All right. Well, we can jump into something else then real quick. We can do that. Is this the double dirty or just the one? I can't tell.
Accordingly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand? Yes. In each of the cause numbers, the court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulation. In each of the cause numbers, the state.
Yeah, Licking's ready. They just said 10 minutes. Kirdoth, we're on it.
Questions and review the same.
Bump her up. Judge Boyd, double shot, 2 for Thursday on the Flowers, and not a very good shot of the pocketbook at the moment, surprisingly. Is that what they were saying she was doing? She hit the police. She didn't look like she had it in her, did
All
it?
right, in each of the cause numbers of the United States Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty in each of the cause numbers. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Your Honor, we'd ask for a PSI
Nice.
evaluation in this case.
All right.
I believe that it's appropriate.
All right, thank you. Ms. Ferguson, I need a top evaluation and a PSI.
Yeah, I didn't like
All
the
right, we're
pro.
gonna come back on September 22nd. I'm gonna base my decision on your application based upon the PSI report I received and any other evidence that's presented.
Nice flowers.
Yes, ma'am. All right, good luck to you. Oh, and can we do a referral to felony drug court as well, please?
Hey, Giles.
Yes,
Keep them tires inflated.
Is Child Protective Services involved at all?
Proper PSI.
Okay, then yes, let's just do a referral to felony drug court and see what they.
Oh, they just went to
All right,
black
you're
over there, but
welcome.
hopefully,
I'll give you a reset form.
I think they were a little premature with popping the cameras on, but always nice to see that they're. The problem with Licking, listen, everybody else when they go live, you can subscribe to them and get notifications, as you guys know, like with us. But with Licking, they are always live. The channel is just on and live, so it's almost like they do it on purpose. Like, listen, we've got this good of content, so now you just got to keep our channel up, and it's the only way you're going to know when we go live.
Caldwell County thing.
That sounds about right. Yes, please do what Charles says. I always forget. If you're new here,
Sure.
be nice for you to subscribe, notifications on. Don't forget, we got a case channel on the YouTubes as well. If you're over here on the main channel, which is Credence and Bishop Show. If you don't like all the other crap we do around here, well, we got that dude's tall, isn't he? Hey. But yeah, we got a case on the YouTubes. Subscribe, notifications on there. And for the rest of you, like this damn thing, would you please? Don't make me have to beg. I ain't too proud to beg. As they say. Oh God, could you imagine, Jay? They need to revamp the jail show that's on Reels, that we watched last Friday. For Licking, please, my God. I'm telling you, it's between Nye and licking, it's So- Rosy cheeks. Oh, well, we got a second. Don't forget 405 East. We got a Chase. 105 Pacific. Might be Thirsty Thursday, or it just might be a Thursday and we watch a Chase. I don't know yet. That is up for debate. Tomorrow will be a Florida Friday. I promise you that. In some way, shape, or form. And of course, we'll be back at 6 o'clock, celebrating life, as they say. Celebrating 3 months with Dallas Alice at members only coming up. Again, 6 o'clock tomorrow for the members. Now, without being able to watch their court, I was hoping. I hate
All right, could I see the profile on Santa Berners?
Well, that's no good. Damn, looking still over here, and we got
All right,
the Judge Boyd.
Yes. All right, Norma, let's just recall this for Monday because they're saying that
Without
they
a whole
will
lot
do the
going on.
deal
Let's
that
stare at
tomorrow.
this for just a second. I'm going to see if we got anything else while we wait for licking to go live. A lot of court is on. Just don't know where we want to go. There we go. Oh God.
Give him a bond because I am not in a position to find that he is not a risk. And so I will be denied pursuant to that code section.
Oh. Sorry, we tried. The walk of shame. Harry Potter says, bond denied. Right?
We didn't get your signature on this Kershaw.
You may say that as a joke,
Ms.
but it's
Kershaw,
true.
all
We
right.
made it.
I'm sorry. Let me go back.
Almost made it. Almost. And you guys making jokes, but we didn't miss much this week, which is good. Everything moving a little slower on Thursdays around here, I guess. This dude, though, them glasses. Anna Ruiz and Miss Pretty without the niner. Next. Oh, you people today, I tell you, Jesus, what is up with this? Let's go over here and see what up.
I don't know why it's just parole.
Guy looks like he's a goddamn Statue of Liberty, doesn't he?
It's a granted probation on the 594 case in case ND 4695 that Mr. Calderon back.
It's true. Beaker with the Harry Potter sunglasses. I love it.
All right. Well, probation. I don't know why it's mislabeled.
Back on January 29th of 2020, he entered a plea of no contest to count one, which was a 594 with a promise of no state prison. And then he was sent.
God, she's super low. I'm sorry, you guys.
The probation violation, and then probation submitted a recommendation with a petition to the court, and that's the one Mr. Calderon would like the court to go along with. And if Your Honor is prepared to do that, he's prepared to admit. But I don't know if it includes the new 1164 request that was arraigned on the last court.
All right, they're boring me too here.
All right.
Over in YOLO. You can't hear them all the way back there.
Sent out, we do default to a YouTube stream.
Yeah?
You know when we're on YouTube, it shows up on
Oh,
the
that's
top.
not even live. Well, why are you showing up on the live then? If you're not live, we're still waiting on licking. This is what I mean. This is what you see 24/7. They're just always live. And yeah, you don't get, I mean, you never know when they actually, you have to have it pulled up in order to even know what's going on. Go over here to
Take one more live person.
Yes, sir. We'll do.
Hey,
Davis?
we're not to the
Yes,
end
sir.
yet, Loud.
Okay, payment plan. I'm looking for, 0302, 4 equal installments. Would that work for you?
How much would that be? For about 3 or 2, looking roughly around 75.
That's about right, somewhere in
Have
there.
a lovely time at work
What's
today,
gonna work?
Constable.
I need something that works for you so you don't have to come back here.
Their cameras are back. Licking. Whenever we see licking, we just, it's just jump right to it. We're ready now. Right on time.
Well, I don't know what.
The true highlight of my day.
Problem is, we review DUSs on Tuesdays and Wednesdays before we, so that may very well have been. They did it before she was.
With him there, I'm guessing we're going to have a bit of a long one. Oh, no. All right. Got the podium. Okay. Get her going.
Is that Kuzic call?
Your Honor, I have John for it.
Okay. Next matter is 21 CRB 1282, State of Ohio versus Taisha Harris. Ms. Harris, today's hearing is being recorded. Anything you say can be used against you in the future.
Good luck
You
with
have a
that.
right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, you can make an application for a court-appointed attorney. I have a motion here to revoke your probation. Did you receive a copy of that motion?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You have a couple options today. As I said, you have a right to an attorney. If you want to contest those allegations.
That what we're going for
set
today?
Hearing, determine whether in fact you violated the terms
$200 infractions
of your
today.
probation.
No more 25s.
Or if you like, you can admit those violations and either proceed with sentencing or else at a sentencing hearing. You have any questions about that motion?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. What would you like to do today?
Plead guilty to it.
You want to admit to the allegations?
Your Honor.
Okay.
Trust me, Daddy. I know all about it. We're going to watch it. I want to rewatch it because it looked like it was pretty good. That's one of the two that I missed the other day. Don't forget about that, Loud. I did miss 2 really good chases because Creed went out to eat with this one. Like an idiot. That's why we stay home at night.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, that's fine. No, I'll just use this one. That's all right.
There's no being bored in Licking County. These people
Okay, I'm
bring
showing
it.
That, you have 56 days left. Does that sound right to you?
Yes.
Over
54 days.
Over 50 notifications of fine folks telling me many an hour after it started, as if know what's going on. But I always do appreciate that.
So she had 4 days credit? Okay.
He does have a look on his face.
You want to say anything before I impose your sentence?
No, Your Honor.
Not anywhere near like the old guy that just sits there and is.
What did you think you had left?
It should be about 54 days.
Okay.
Was it $2 make you holler? Thank you. Gucci, good to see you. Slap Z like. Thank you. $91 of you here. Are we doing okay on likes? Do I have to keep begging?
Okay, I'll impose your 56 days. I'll give you 4 days credit and terminate your probation. Any question about that?
How many more days?
What's that?
I'm sorry, can you repeat your
Yeah, I
sentence?
imposed the rest of your time and gave you 4 days credit, so you have 52 days left.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Well, that sounds like fun. Next. That's all right. Good with that.
Next matter is 21 CRB 21, State of Ohio versus John Farley. Mr. Farley, your attorney, Mr. Miranda, is here in the courtroom.
Try 3
Mr.
months of it
King is here for
nonstop,
probation
even
for
at night,
that.
in the middle of the night.
Prosecutor's office and
I
Mr. Rick
understand.
is here from the probation department. Mr.
Oh.
Miranda, I have a motion to revoke Mr. Farley's probation here today. Did you receive a copy of that?
I have, Your Honor.
Okay. Have you had a chance to talk to Mr. Farley?
I have, if I
Okay.
may. Your Honor, I met with Mr. Farley this morning in the, Mr. Brent Richter in his office to discuss the violations that have been filed before this court. At this time, we would acknowledge receipt of that motion, waive its formal reading, enter admission to the violations contained therein, and ask to proceed with disposition.
Thank you. Okay, Mr. Farley, you wish to admit to the probation violation today?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Oh, God, yeah, he does look. I didn't see
For
him.
the allegations of the motion true to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Plus, yeah, you're right.
Based on that, I now find that Mr. Farley violated terms of his probation. Mr. Ricker, you have a recommendation today?
At this time, the probation department would recommend that he serve the remaining balance of his 30 days. Mr. Farley was given the opportunity to enact a safety plan and move back to the state of Ohio to address his treatment goals. He has refused to do so. So with that being said, we ask that he do serve the remaining balance of his suspended sentence.
Thank you. Mr. King, anything to add?
Based upon what I've seen here, we would concur and refer to the probation department.
Mr. Miranda.
Thank you, Your Honor. Just briefly, as the probation department indicated, my client is a resident of Pennsylvania. He has been complying with the phone reporting, which I do believe was conducted via Zoom reporting. There was some issues where my client did relapse, and there was some disclosures or considered some partial disclosures with his relapse and treatment, that he was engaged in treatment, was progressing through it through PA. Previously, I believe back in March, he signed terms to extend his probation out to September of this year, Your Honor. He did speak with his probation officer about a safety plan. However, he has family here, but he can't reside there. He originally thought he might be able to reside with his sister, but that's not possible. He does have his home, his 3 children back in Pennsylvania. He is employed full-time as a mechanic, basically repairing and fixing rental equipment for Stanford Home Center. It's a rental center, Your Honor. He's been there for over 1 year, working full-time, making $22 an hour. He is paying his bills and maintaining the home, also supporting his one child who's 20 years old that's attending Penn State University and is assisting with her tuition.
Dude's pretty damn normal for licking. What the hell's going on here?
Today, I do understand that he does have 30 days that could be imposed. He could have, in essence, ran from this, told the probation officer to pound sand and not show up, that he drove in 4 hours, hired local counsel to address this issue. He did indicate to probation with me that he'd be willing to stay on probation if he
Hey,
could
Kristen.
stay in Pennsylvania. He just doesn't have the resources to live here, move here, lose his job, and or put his family in disarray. If the court is going to impose his time, I would ask the court to consider mitigating that time. given
He
the
has
fact that
not said.
He has engaged in probation for over a little less than 1.5 years with the extension.
I'm guessing. I mean, he's got people here for him, so
we all
it's
know with people with mental health issues and underlying addiction
probably something
issues,
pretty big.
There is relapse along the way. He did disclose that to his counselor, to his probation officer, and is continuing to work through that. My client has indicated that he's going to continue to work on counseling on his own accord and continue to maintain counseling. If the court is inclined to terminate his probation, I'd ask for a 2-week sanction. He does have 2 weeks vacation.
Just to pay that tuition.
Mr. Farley, would you like to say anything today?
I think pretty much he addressed everything there. This whole episode became, blown out of proportion when I was made a disclosure in treatment.
Careful, Kay.
So this kind of got blown out of proportion, and I was required by my probation officer to come back to Ohio, as my attorney said. And I have no capability of doing that right now.
Just a dollop of
So, I
bracketeering.
can only do what I can do. And I appreciate the board's candor in this.
I'd let him off just because he seems fairly normal. We don't see many of these parts, you know, people that have jobs, children in schools and such, houses. I mean, it's got it all. He's well spoken. Doesn't sound like an idiot, other than the fact I think he has maybe a drug problem. Who doesn't these days? Am I right?
This is his third offense. Public indecency.
It's public indecency. What?
That's over a period of 20 years, sir.
Right. He's just caught up in that licking
That was why it was at M3.
world, you know. He's probably just driving by.
Okay, I'll impose the 30 days and terminate probation unsuccessfully. Thank you.
Wait,
I'll let your wife know, Mr. Farley.
terminated unsuccessfully.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next matter is 21 TRC 7041, State of Ohio versus Jacob Johnson.
Never
Mr.
trust
Johnson,
a
I have
man
motion here to revoke your probation. Do you receive a copy of that
named
motion?
Jacob Johnson.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You have a right to an attorney. If you want to contest those allegations, we'll set a second stage hearing to determine whether in fact you violated the terms of your probation. Or you can admit those violations and we'll
I think
proceed with
somebody's
sentencing
Facebook
or offset
messaging the
Any
judge.
question about that motion today?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. What would you like to do today?
Let's go ahead and plead guilty to this. I set up on Tuesday, I have a court date for the other two charges.
Saw this guy already, didn't we?
Last week. I'm just trying to get it to the
I think.
Spencer house.
Okay.
This is for the OBI, right?
This is the OVI, yeah. Okay, so you weren't reporting what happened there?
I was standing at my daughter's house and I was waiting to hear from the Spencer house, like we talked about in court.
Yeah.
And I ended up leaving there for other reasons. Not,
Okay,
you know, I don't want to be around all that anymore.
all right.
Around what?
But he's my attorney. I talked to him, like I said last
true.
week, to get a hold of him. Well, he came down to see me today and he's supposed to get a hold of Jordan, my probation officer. And talk to him about the Spencer house because he's setting up
He does.
on Tuesday for the other two charges. So we're gonna get all that taken care of as well.
Yeah, you have,
So hopefully
you have two charges pending. Are they set for?
Yeah, I thought we saw this guy.
Tuesday.
Okay. They're set for next Tuesday?
Yes,
Are
sir.
those with me or with Judge Stansbury?
I think Stansbury. I'm not positive.
Okay.
But either way, I still want to try to get into Spencer house. And he said he's gonna give Jordan a call.
I'm guessing Spencer House is a rehab.
So let's see, this was a first offense. You didn't, did you do your DIP?
Negative.
The dip.
You didn't do anything?
Let's do the dip.
No,
Okay.
I've been waiting to get into Spencer house.
We dip, you dip, we dip.
So you didn't, yeah, okay. You didn't do the intervention program?
No, I would love to get in that too.
Okay. It leaves us with 29 days then. Does that sound right?
It says 22 right here.
Okay. Well, I sentenced you to suspended 26 because you had 1 day of jail credit.
So there are
And
many
the other
days.
the other three were for the DIP, but if you didn't do the DIP, you don't get credit for it.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I see
he's
what, I see what
little
you're
itchy.
saying.
Yeah, okay. All right, so what do
Yeah.
you have? How much credit do you have? 22nd.
I remember him because I remember when he was up there last time. He did that whole flex. And if I'm not mistaken, is he not the one that walked off kind of pissed the other day? After it, I have a terrible memory, but I'm pretty sure it was this dude. That he was real cordial and nice, kind of like this, and then he had the judges had something, and he kind of walked off in a mean way. I could be, yeah. Am I right? I kind of think so.
Was this alcohol, Mr. Johnson, or was it?
Yes, sir.
Drugs. Okay.
Alcohol.
I thought so.
Okay. Yep. All right, you didn't have any priors, right?
No, no.
Pretty normal ones so far for Licking County. I'm kind of impressed so far. So good.
Did I have another case with you or not?
Yes, John. I believe it was a trespassing.
Trespass.
Speedway property.
Oh, okay. I thought we had another case. Okay.
Yes, John.
All right, so I have 6 days credit, generally on a first ODI, like you do,
Go get you a good nap, Cole. Great to see you.
at least 10 days for not cooperating, I guess. So,
Good point. That's a good point. I haven't seen any
I'll send you to 10 days and give you 6 days credit and terminate your probation, okay?
live ones in the
John.
audience yet.
Thank you.
Lining up.
Next matter is 21 CRB 249, State of Ohio versus Kenneth White.
I'll BRB while you
White, I have a
guys
motion to
hear about
probation
Mr.
here.
White.
A copy of that.
Yes.
Okay.
Traffic and weather
You have rights
together.
to an attorney, if you want to contest those violations, Judge Stansbury will set a second stage hearing to determine whether in fact you violated those terms or not. Or you can admit to those violations. That's up to you. Do you have any questions about that motion today?
No, I was wondering if I could, seeing as I'm a drug addict, if I could go to the Spencer House or a rehab.
Okay. Have you talked to your probation officer?
Not about that.
Okay. All right. Well, you'll have a chance on the hearing day with Judge Stansbury to talk about that because it's his case. Okay. So I'm not going to sentence you. You want to admit to the violations today, or do you want to just have it all taken care of with Judge Stansbury?
No contact.
Okay. You want to admit to the violations?
Non-compliance, probably.
Okay.
Not.
Here, let me look at the motion. That says that you failed to report, you didn't complete counseling, and you refused to submit to drug testing, and were using.
I didn't refuse to get a drug test.
Okay, it's probably because you didn't show up. They check that one sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Okay.
that could be. I mean, I do masonry work, so I'm. I go to work at 6:30 in the morning to 7:30.
All right.
And then I'm out of town until like 8, 9 o'clock.
All right. If you want an attorney, get an application filled out. I'll just mark that you denied the allegations, and Judge Stansbury will set it for a hearing. Okay.
All right.
You want to say anything before I set your bond?
No, I didn't realize I had a bond.
Okay.
Since I've already been sentenced for my while I'm on probation.
All right. You have another case?
No, I don't. I shouldn't.
Okay. No, you don't. It's just this one.
Yeah.
All right.
The only thing I ask is if I could go to, since I have a drug addiction problem, is if I could go to a halfway house here in Newark, or if I could go to a drug rehab facility.
Okay. All right. Well, you'll be able to talk.
Being in jail that don't do nothing for me.
Okay. Well, hopefully they'll have your probation officer at the hearing. You'll be able to talk to him. Okay. I'll set your bond at 5,000 cash surety. Thank you. Next matter is 22 CRB 1175, State of Ohio versus Caleb Eastman. Mr. Eastman, today's hearing is being recorded. Anything you say can be used against you in the future. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, you can make an application for court-appointed attorney. I have 2 complaints here charging you with resisting arrest and disorderly conduct. Did you receive a copy of those complaints?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You have the right for me to read those aloud to you. Do you need me to read those to you today?
No, thank you.
Okay. Maximum penalty for resisting is 90 days in jail, $750 fine. Maximum penalty for disorderly conduct is 30 days in jail, $250 fine. You have any question about those charges?
No, sir.
How would you like to plead today?
I don't really remember any of it, so.
Okay. You want to speak to an attorney?
Sure.
want to say anything before I set your bond?
Do I, what?
You want to say anything before I set your bond today?
No, thank
Okay,
you.
where do you live?
16 North Vita Vista Street.
Okay, who do you live there with?
My mom, my brother, my mom and my brothers.
Okay. You working somewhere?
Am I working somewhere? No, I'm trying to get a job.
Okay.
I'm gonna be that grateful. Yeah, we don't want to spill it.
I don't look at it. I'll tuck it away just for you, Francis.
He may be a smart ass.
It's all compliment.
Okay, I'll release you today on the condition you do not use any drugs or consume any alcohol. If you need a court-appointed attorney, get that application filed over here at the court, okay?
Did you repeat that, please?
I'm going to release you today on the condition that you not use any drugs or consume any alcohol. If you need a court-appointed attorney, you need to get that application filed over here at the court, okay?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Another day, another empty chair. I'd like to know what he did. I would like
This matter
them
is 20 CRB
all repeated.
1809.
He said, "Do you want me to tell you?" And he says, "No." And then he says, he doesn't know what to plead because he doesn't remember anything.
Mr. Erlenbach, today's hearing is being recorded. Anything you say can be used against you in the future. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, you can make an application for a court-appointed attorney. I have 2 complaints here charging you with theft and trespass. Did you receive a copy of those complaints?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Do you need me to read those to you today?
No.
Okay. Maximum penalty for theft is 180 days in jail, $1,000 fine. Maximum penalty for trespass, 30 days in jail, $250 fine. Any question about those charges?
No.
Okay. How would you like to plead today?
I'm not guilty.
You want to say anything before I set your bond?
Yes. Can you tell me how to use a mask,
I'm
please?
actually hoping to get an OR bond, Your Honor, because I started working with my uncle and
Lawn care.
he needs me. I'm the only one there with him right now.
Well, I mean, a year and a half ago, you didn't show up for court. It's been a long time.
I know, I didn't get no paperwork that time, so I didn't know about it.
Your signature's on the paperwork.
Is it from, okay, never mind, I know what it is then.
Burn.
With my mom and my dad out in St. Louisville.
Okay. Is it Locks Road or the Lotus Road?
Yes, yes.
Did you get charged for drugs? Do you know?
What?
Did you ever get charged for drugs they found?
No.
No.
Oh.
Bet he does. I think we're all kind of thinking the same thing, no?
Okay, 1,500 cash surety or 10%. You need a court-appointed attorney, get that application filed, okay?
Thank you.
She was pleasant.
This matter is 22 TRD 5493, State of Ohio versus Randy Geyer.
Oh, hey now. Oh, well, she look at that face. She's in a nice dress. Got a nice cough, got some nice tats, got some nice potholes on her face.
Ms. Geyer, I have a traffic ticket from June 27th, charging you with driving under suspension. You recall receiving that ticket?
Yes, sir.
Probably was cured off, sadly. Was she picked up at the gas station, the Speedway, where the other dude got kicked out of and trespassed? Or she made some good money and made one
Okay,
wrong
maximum
mistake.
Penalty.
Looks like she has whooped a few fellers.
Maximum penalty for that offense is 500 hours of community service and a $1,000 fine. You have any questions about that charge?
No.
She is. She's on the welcome billboard. When you
Guilty.
drive into county.
You understand that a guilty plea is a complete admission of your guilt?
Yes, Your Honor.
Perfect
You understand that a plea
representation,
guilty is
Kirnoff.
waiving your right to a trial.
I mean,
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I accept your guilty plea. I find you guilty.
you're right. I probably not at the Speedway. Probably at the pilot.
That would be $150 in court costs. Okay.
Good point.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
By the way, Glenn reminded me something really cool that I forgot to tell you about yesterday.
Next matter is 22 CRB 1098.
Is all the scam baiters are together in one room right now
Mr. Mitchell, today's hearings
doing phone calls.
being recorded. Anything you say
And it's
can be used
awesome.
in the future.
Jim Browning
You have
is
the right to
even there.
attorney. If you cannot afford one, you can make an application. for
Pleasant
court.
Green.
I have a complaint here charging you with disorderly conduct. Did you receive a copy of that?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you need me to read that to you today?
No, that's cool.
Maximum penalty is 30 days in jail,
Nah, it's
$250 fine. You also understand you could be sent to jail for any remaining time you have on your other case if you were to be
No big deal. It's cool.
revoked. Your probation was to be revoked. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You have any questions about this new charge?
This was the truck driver.
Not really.
Okay. How would you like to plead today? Oh, did you already enter a not guilty plea?
That's what I'm gonna.
Oh my.
Looks like you did. Okay. So, what happened? What's going on with this case?
Or is like the judge has to ask what happened. Is there something under there? Is somebody touching your pee-pee?
This doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Okay. Did you apply for an attorney? It doesn't look like it.
No, my attorney's down at Burkhead Sanderson.
Here it is. You're set for another arraignment today for some reason. Did you talk to an attorney?
No, well, for my last case it was Alex, but I can't remember her last name.
Dude.
Okay.
Pause.
Yeah. On your other case?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what, I mean, that's why I want to appoint me.
Let's see. How was he in jail?
Dad obviously took his own life shortly after he arrived.
Okay, that's why there's nothing holding him in on this case. Okay.
So that-
All right. So for some reason it was set for another arraignment today. Did you want to apply for an attorney?
Yes.
Dude, to be honest with you, I've
Dude.
been receiving concussions from like an early age. So like a lot of like language and stuff that you use, I'm still trying to grab onto it and understand exactly what you mean. I want Alex to represent me.
Alex.
But I don't. That's all I know. I don't know.
Alex
Like,
did leave his basement
you-
today.
Can you hear me out? I've been getting smacked in the back of my head by my grandpa since I was a little kid. My dad's hit me several times. The last time I got arrested, I was tasered once. I dropped flat on my skull and concussed my brain, and then I got back
Is there
up
video?
and tried to get away, and I was dropped a second time. They allowed me to get back up, dropped me a second time, and I dropped on my skull. I've received concussions from like UFC fighters, from heavyweights. My brain is like, it's just it's scattered. You know what I mean? From like just like an early age, just getting
You don't say.
whoppers is what my grandpa would call them. He'd walk up and smack me in the back of the head, and like. So like I said, I want Alex to represent me. If she can't, I don't know what else to say. I mean, I'm kind of in a bit of a pickle here, you know.
Dude.
You know, do you see where I'm coming from? Like how concussions like kind of
All right.
mess
Are
with
you
you a
able to
little
fill
bit.
out? Are you able to fill out the application for an attorney?
If you know her, like no. To be honest, sometimes it's hard to read.
You can't read.
Sometimes I'll be looking at words and I'm like,
Okay. All right.
I can't even make them out sometimes.
Okay. Well, I'll see if you have one in your other case, and we can appoint you an attorney. Okay.
Is it
All right.
is it like a sexual fetish that he likes to be
Do I
hitting?
get an OR? I know what
Oh,
that
in this
is.
one, you're being held on your other case.
Get an OR. Nuts.
Uh,
Get out of here. Go and
Thank you,
get.
sir.
Yep.
And by the way, when you're telling somebody about getting hit in the head, don't hit yourself in the head twice too. It doesn't look right.
Next matter is 22 CRB 1177, State of Ohio versus Denver Oni. Mr. Oni, today's hearing is being recorded. Anything you say can be used against you in the future. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, you can make an application for a court-appointed attorney. I have a complaint here charging you with falsification. Did you receive a copy of that complaint?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, sir.
You have the right for me to read that aloud. Do you need me to read that to you today?
No, sir.
Okay. Maximum penalty for that offense is 180 days in jail and a $1,000 fine.
This guy cop has got a
Any
nice
questions about
stash.
No, sir.
that? Okay. How would you like to plead today?
I'm not guilty.
He's got a neck on him too.
Want to say anything before I set your bond?
Yeah, I was hoping to get no OR bonds because I'm still being held on my felony case, and I figured that this is gonna, this works in with it, and it's gonna be part of it.
The beginning of it was pretty normal for licking.
It looks like you have a bond set on your other case, on your felony case. Yeah.
Thank you,
I
Walter.
think this is just works in with the felony case.
Good to see you, buddy.
Because this was picked up when they arrested me for the felony. I get that's where this charge came from.
Well, I guarantee you, when he's all methed up, he would be one scary
Worked out
MFer to
with
run
some
into.
deal or something, or I don't know how.
Okay.
Or it
Well,
just dropped down
it looks like your remaining felony charges are breaking and entering.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know if it's my lawyer, like,
Okay.
getting this stuff worked
All right,
out.
well, you need to apply for an attorney if you want a court-appointed attorney on this case, okay?
Can we bring their mic down just a?
You're gonna be held on bond on your felony case. I'll OR you on this one.
Wow.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right.
Are you
Thank
sure? Yeah, from months worth of meth use.
Next matter is 22 CRB 1179, State of Ohio versus Kaylee Sutton.
We did.
Ms. Sutton, today's hearing is being recorded. Anything you say can be used against you in the future. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, you can make an application for a court-appointed attorney. I have a complaint here charging you with disorderly conduct. Did you receive a copy of that?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Do you need me to read that to you today?
I do not, sir.
Okay. Maximum penalty is 30 days in jail, $250 fine. You have any questions about that charge?
No, I don't.
Okay. How would you like to plead today?
Not guilty.
You want to say anything before I set your bond?
All this was just a dispute with my sister. Didn't even write a report. Yeah, she didn't even write a report. So yeah, I'm just not.
Hello, Mikey.
No,
Okay.
we don't live together at all.
All right.
Oh, she's taking it one step further and completely unhooked from one ear even. What happened? Does your sister just walk by and just bop you in the head? Have you been in fights with UFC fighters too? Rough around the edges, as they say. It really was a slow start with that. Though. But while we got 2 seconds, I did want to say though that thing that Glenn had reminded me about. I think it's called the People's Call Center, and it's a bunch of the scam baiters. They were all together in this big ass place that they built out, and they're all streaming. Jim Browning is even there, but he's way in the back in a very, you can see into his area, but it's all dark. And Jim Browning is like the god, right, of all of them.
Okay, I'll release you on the condition you have no violent contact with Kelsey Byer. You understand that?
But it's pretty neat. And it's
I
going on
understand
now.
that all
So.
the way.
Okay. If you need a court-appointed attorney, get that application filed over here at the court. Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Next matter is 22 CRB 1108, State of Ohio versus James Wood.
Hello, Eric. Yeah, it's been fun. I've been watching some of it. I meant to say something yesterday during the chase that it was going on.
Mr. Wood, today's hearing is being recorded. Anything you say can be used against you in the future.
I actually like
You have
him
right
with
to an attorney if you
with
can
the
have
Wish
one, you can
products
make
that he
an application for
gets and
a
stuff.
complaint here charging you with theft. Did you receive a copy of that complaint?
No.
You have not?
No.
Okay. It states that the Heath Police Department proposal says on about the second day of June, 2022, in the city of Heath, Licking County, Ohio, one James Wood did knowingly with purpose to deprive the owner of property valued less than $1,000, obtain or exert control over said property without consent of the owner when authorized to consent. Contrary to section 2913.02 of the Revised Code of Misdemeanor of the first degree, this crime is commonly known as theft. Maximum penalty for theft is 180 days in jail and a $1,000 fine. You have any questions about that charge?
Yeah, where's it from?
It says Walmart.
Walmart.
Walmart, I've never been there.
In Heath.
Angela, I'm going to drop it.
And
I'll drop the link in the chat. Don't you be watching when we're live, though.
Sunglasses, I believe.
It'd be funny if he had sunglasses
Any
on
other
right now.
questions about that?
No.
How would you like to plea?
Not guilty.
Okay.
The
Anything before I set your bond?
the link that I just sent, that is to their main channel, but you can go to all of their different channels because they're live on there also.
Crestview Drive, Utica, Ohio.
Who do you live there with?
Max, my kids.
You have a driver's license?
No, sir.
You have transportation?
She does.
Took the long way around to
Transportation?
talk about that. Licking. I know who's I like. What? I wouldn't be seen in that shithole. Yeah, and I think that's the one of the liars.
Did you have a bond hearing today on a felony?
Yes.
Okay. What happened there?
He's been busy today.
I think it's $50,000 bond.
Okay. All right. If you need a court-appointed attorney, get that application filled out. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. You're gonna be held on looks like 2 other cases. This one I'll give you no R. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, nobody for neck tattoo Thursday. Thank you.
Next matter is 22 CRB 1178, State of Ohio versus Cody Wilson. Mr. Wilson, today's hearing is being recorded. Anything you say can be used against you in the future. You have a right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one, you can make an application for court-appointed attorney. I have 3 complaints here charging you with possession of criminal tools, attempted theft, and criminal damaging. Did you receive a copy of those complaints?
Yes.
You need me to read those to you today?
No.
Okay. Maximum penalty for criminal tools is 180 days in jail, $1,000 fine. Attempted theft is 90 days, $750 fine, and criminal damaging is 90 days, $750 fine. You have any question about those charges today?
No.
Oh God, those bangs.
How would you like to plead today?
Not guilty today.
Jesus. Beautiful hair.
Want to say anything before I set your bond?
Would I be able to get an OR bond?
Okay. Why would I do that today?
Great question.
So I can go home and take care of my kids real quick before I have to get sentenced, and I can get an attorney.
Living to Shockton County?
I live, in West Lafayette.
Straight to the point. I almost believe him that he wants to go home and do just that today. Yes. I wanted to hear more about the one in the dress today. Yeah, I could see that. I love the conversation in the back. Oh, somebody coming in? No, that's somebody else in a suit. We have this much paperwork on this dude. Boy, look at he's very stoic. I give him credit for keeping his mouth shut at least.
They'll give you $1,500 cash surety of 10%.
Ah.
You need a court-appointed attorney to get that application filled out.
All right, how much would that bond be?
We do the math.
A little over, it'd be about $160 probably.
Seriously?
$1,000 bond?
No.
It'll be about 160 after it's 10% of 1,500.
Oh, okay. So about 160 bucks.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, come on out, sit down.
Oh boy, that
Thank you. See you next week.
was that it? Oh wow. That is it. That is it. Well, you know what? We made it an hour. I think we'll check in over here. Do we have volume though? Volume. Let's see that volume. I don't know what I did wrong there. Anyways, yeah, I think we're gonna cut it there. I believe. Oh, Eric, and then the best part is when best part of it is every once in a while there'll actually be somebody in that chair, and you'll be like, ooh. Jump over to 3V only because TJ Reed and Paul Gibson is there. Let's see what's going on. This is pre-trials.
Good afternoon, Mr. Gibson. You had given us a heads up that Omar and Selma was
And Deborah Davis
in LaGrange County with all the same kind of charges he has here. He has 22289, which is the most serious domestic violence second offense county case. No insurance in 22608. That is a county case. Driving without a license is a Sturgis ordinance case, 22629 OT, and that has a no proof of insurance that goes with it with a long civil infraction number. Deborah indicated he had 7 counts in Indiana, false ID, DDLS, no insurance.
Damn, it's been busy.
Plate. And he also has charges in Elkhart County. What do you know about his current custody status?
And where is he?
I don't know anything additional to that.
Your Honor, well, where did you get your information, Paul?
Well, he tried to call. I was getting calls from the LaGrange County Jail, and it said the person's name was Omar, and so I thought, well, I looked it up on Mobile Patrol and was able to figure out that it was him. So.
On VineLink, it is showing that he's in custody in the LaGrange County Jail. Also, though, we do have an open felony warrant for him for theft of gas and B&E, multiple counts.
What's the file number on that?
Right, there's 2 felony counts where there's already a warrant. Let's see, they were
100%.
22-24285FH, and then 22-24284FH.
That's right. Get it right. No B.
He's also got warrants out. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 warrants and misdemeanors in our county, and then.
Thank you, Angela. Your likes count.
Well, he's failed to appear.
Oh, it's in circuit court. Sorry, it's a
Yeah,
bench
those
warrant
are-
for failing to appear.
Those numbers Paul gave me have 5 numbers in them, would make them circuit court.
Yeah.
Failed to appear on all files. To a bench warrant. Even though he's in custody, he made himself unavailable. I want to place a hold on him from LaGrange County.
Yep, there's a possession of meth that's in circuit here, and then the multi-count breaking and entering.
So is he just being held in LaGrange on misdemeanors as far as what you can see?
Yeah, it looks like his bond is set at $8,000 on a 7-count misdemeanor complaint, and then he's got 2 open warrants for 2 separate files in Elkhart County.
Okay.
You know, we've known him since he was 17. I haven't made much progress with him. He keeps doing dumb stuff, and it's just all piled up here now.
Looks like you failed another one.
Wow, that was loud. Sorry. Thank you, Dave, for the $2.
He's a nice enough kid, but he keeps doing this kind of stuff. Well, he isn't gonna be here. He isn't able to be here. I just want to place a hold on him, so at some point we can get him, but it sounds like he may be in Indiana for a while. In the circuit court, and they get first dibs on him on his felony case. So he's got miles to go before he sleeps.
He's there until August 15th,
Okay.
unless he bonds out, but he has a hearing, at least August 15th, because he has a hearing.
Let's hope they can put those all together in like one case, right? Jesus, can you imagine? All right.
All right, so we didn't get anywhere with Mr. Bullock. We didn't get anywhere with Anselmo. And is that it for you, TJ?
That's it.
That was hardly worth turning your stuff on, but anyway.
That's the reason I didn't want to drive to Centerville.
I don't, neither did Paul. Nobody wanted, it was unanimous. Nobody wanted to come.
That's
Somebody's
right.
like, can I zoom in? Paul says it's 6 o'clock last night. Do I have to drive over there tomorrow?
I don't know.
No, not for that. That would be a
No,
waste
well.
of everybody's time to come all the way over here for what we just did.
Right.
All right, TJ, I'll see you soon.
All right, thank you.
We have a plea on Mr. Richardson's case.
Right.
Our 230 case is Rhonda.
Oh, help me, Rhonda. Well, I'll tell you what,
in
since
front of-
nobody's even in the court, I think we'll cut it there. Guys, we'll see you back here, 405 East for We Got a Chase. That was a fun one today. Always good when we get to spend some time in Licking County. Be back with you tomorrow. Don't forget, I just wanted to tell you Friday's schedule. We're gonna do the Chase as normal, Florida Friday, and then members only at 6. Not gonna do any court tomorrow. We'll be back Monday with the normal schedule. And again, back on here live today, 405 East, 105 Pacific time for We Got a Chase. Okay. Thank you. And enjoy the
diabetes.
Hope you feel better. Good to see everybody. Had a good crowd today. Appreciate that. Like on the way out if you haven't. If you're new here, subscribe. Notifications on. During our normal broadcast weeks, we do this 5 days a week. Chases and cases 5 days a week. We get it started at 1 o'clock East. Doing this, watching some Zoom court. Usually bounce around a little bit more, but licking is just so freaking amazing, you know? So it's hard to not watch the old licking. All right, guys, take care. Yes, the constables, thank you to you. Thank you for the donos. Thank you for all the comments, the likes, and the new subs. We appreciate you. And we'll see you back here around, what do they say? That 4 o'clock. Okay? Okay. 405. Okay. That's the dude getting punched in the back of his head.